Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Terra Hotel, Josh and Deanna's new 13-unit boutique hotel in Palm Springs. Today we're gonna do a walkthrough, find out how you guys found the deal, what the plans are. The design is amazing for this one, so stick around.
Yeah, thank you for having us, Blake. We're excited to show you guys Terra Hotel, the newest wellness hotel in Palm Springs.
It's gonna be cool, man. Let's go check it out. So Deanna, welcome to the channel.
Thank you for having us, Blake.
So,
having me.
Yeah, where are we? What's the stage? Where are we at with this new purchase? We're like a week in.
We are baby stage. We just closed on the property about 8 days ago. Currently, the property sits exactly as we purchased it. We are in the process of finishing our plans. We already submitted for permits. Josh and I are both architects. So since we put the offer on the property 2 months ago, we were able to start on the drawings, the permit set, making all the modifications that we want to, so that we would get ahead of the whole process, so that as soon as we closed, we would be able to submit permits. So permits are in the city, and right now we're waiting for approval, and we should be starting construction in about 2 weeks.
It's super exciting. You got the keys, closed the first hotel. Yes.
It's been a long trek to get here, but third one is the charm.
So this one really excites me. You've been in the Mastermind for a year now. First purchase, we had 2 others under contract that didn't work out for different reasons, and they got this one closed fast. There's a lot of permitting, a lot of underwriting due diligence on the other ones. This one really fast. I think it speaks to the progress you guys have made since being in the Mastermind and just the quality of the deal that you have here. So I think this one's gonna end up being the best in the Mastermind so far, with both of you guys being architects and the cool stuff that you have and that you're planning for this property, which we'll talk about. So kind of getting into that, how you guys found this deal and the progress. How did we get here today?
Like you said, it's been a whole year of us learning how to do performance, how to analyze deals, how to speak to brokers, how to even find a market. We had 2 properties under contract that those didn't work out, but we learned a ton through that process, and like you said, it just made us work so much faster. And we had a very defined buying box by the time that we found this hotel. We knew exactly what the numbers needed to be in order for the deal to work, which made our process a lot faster in analyzing deals. But
sometimes
also when
it just goes through
just going through the motion,
getting comfortable with like the numbers of a boutique hotel compared to a short-term rental or whatever.
Exactly. And we actually shifted markets multiple times. Like every hotel we were under contract for, we were in a different market, but we were so clear in what we wanted and the experience we wanted to create that now we were saying no to more deals that came through our door than the ones we were saying yes to. And by the time the third one came in, we had already we've known them for a few years now, but we had already started this partnership with 2 of our friends, Carrick and Solly, and we had already spoken multiple times about, okay, what are you guys looking for? What are we looking for? What are our goals as a partnership? What do we see ourselves in 5 years? And we realized that we were very aligned on our goals. And this was before we found a deal. We were first like dating as partners. Like, what do you guys want to do? What do you see yourself doing on a daily basis? What do you see your priorities being? And we realized we were like very aligned on what we want to do. By the time this hotel came in, it was like all hands on deck. Let's just attack this deal from all angles. They had a really good relationship with someone who already owns a hotel here in Palm Springs, Amanda and DJ, and they introduced them to who ended up being our broker. He had this property under contract. We wanted to get to know the market better. From what we saw online and running numbers and just analyzing multiple deals, we really liked the market. We flew here, met with the broker, walked the property, and we immediately saw the vision. We're like, oh my God, this is it. The next day we put an offer, and I'm pretty sure like we timed it. We were all going on vacation, but like a week later we were under contract, and it was like the fastest process moving forward. Which
is a good point. When you know what you're looking for, you know your criteria, you can say no to the things that don't fit and say yes to the things that do, and get that feedback loop faster. And I think what's going to be cool about this one is it's not only going to be a boutique hotel, it'll be a very niche wellness hotel with the plans that you have. We're standing in the outdoor space, right? A lot of concrete right now. It's got the great pool, the hot tub, some of which is going to stay, some of which is going to go, but kind of walk us through maybe starting with the new outdoor amenities, the new entrance over here, because you can see the mountains in the background. That'll be a big piece of having people anchored in to this view. So take us away with it. What's the vision?
Even though it looks austere and very white and so much concrete, we immediately saw the vision. Obviously, this is exactly what we were looking for, a project where we could bring our expertise as architects and designers and really take it to the next level. And when we walk the property, the entrance is actually in the opposite side. And when you walk in, this is your view of like an okay mid-century
It's a great
building,
but it's not exactly.
but it's not like, yeah, that
doesn't draw
first
you in.
impression. And then we just walk the property. What are the opportunities? We have this big space that gets beautiful afternoon light, and we're like, okay, this has to be the central space for an outdoor bar, outdoor yoga. We're very catered towards wellness. This is a great market for it. We're 2 hours from LA, 2 hours
And then
from
that
San
door
Diego.
is going to be the entrance now.
Exactly.
We'll walk back
We
there.
saw this entrance and we're like, wait, what if we just change the whole thing? And when you come in, this is your view.
Right when I walked in, I was like,
And
that's
this
such a
sells
money
it.
move.
Yeah, this sells it. It also allows us to program the hotel a little better. The current entry is by the general manager's unit, which makes sense back then, but we're turning the general manager's unit into a bedroom. This whole thing is gonna be taken out right where the grass starts. It's gonna become a wood deck. This is gonna be about a 450 square foot addition, 1 story. We're gonna match the architecture, but it's gonna have a corner open bar that is accessed both from the pool side, but also has seating side from the deck so that people can enjoy sitting at the bar all day. The general manager is gonna be, obviously, Palm Springs is really hot, especially in the summer. We want to make sure that they're comfortable, so that they're going to be in a shaded spot with air conditioning, fans, everything, but catering both to the guests so that this is a prime location because you have views towards the entire property, but you also have views towards the entry so that when someone comes in, they can immediately take care of that guest as they come in.
Very smart. All right, and this place is gonna have amenities on top of amenities. So what else we got planned for this area back here?
So a really big part of what we wanted to focus on is cater to a community that comes here, but a program that does not exist, especially in Palm Springs. There's no hotel that's really taking wellness to the next level. A lot of hotels offer massages and stuff like that, but that might be as far as they take it. We want to offer everything from cold plunges. We're going to create a sauna / Himalayan salt room. We're going to have a rain room. We're going to have a lot of amenities so that people can just enjoy being here. And like the goal is to keep guests in the property throughout the entire day for breakfast, lunch, and then at night, then they can go and enjoy Palm Springs for dinner. This used to be, I don't know if back in the day, this used to be a residence, but all the rooms are really big. So what we planned on doing was also keeping in with the costs and the returns of the property. We wanted to use some of the existing structure to add some of those amenities. So we're stealing part of the square footage of this very large room to create additional social spaces. We're gonna make the room still is gonna be plenty large, but we're gonna take some of that infrastructure to create new amenities such as the salt room and the Himalayan salt the Himalayan salt room and the sauna, and then create the amenity starting at this wall going forward.
Yeah, that's so good. And one of the things you said yesterday when we saw it for the first time is we're like trying to create these Instagram worthy moments all across the property. So the rain room over here, the Himalayan salt room, the deck space, the back patios, and the bar, of course, and the pool and everything. You get a lot of influencers to like the Palm Springs market. You're close to LA. You have Coachella here. When they come here, they stay here. They tag the property. They take their pictures. They spread the word. And so I think that's a great move. And like all the design, all the amenities is gonna immediately have you show up in more searches. It's gonna give you more than the competitors offer. So like we talked about, the creativity that you can do with the commercial space with the boutique hotels is super cool. And this is kind of hitting all of it. So this is gonna be a great case study once it's all done. Let's talk about how you financed it, got it funded to actually get it closed. What did that look like from a debt perspective? And then how you raised the money to get into the deal?
Yeah, so this hotel, as you can see, it hasn't been occupied or functional for over 2 years. So there was no financial backing for us to go get a commercial loan, which can be a challenge, but thankfully our broker had a lot of connections. We've also made a lot of connections with local investors who introduced us to their hard money lenders. So we ended up doing a bridge debt for a 2-year period They're financing the purchase as well as part of the renovation. It's going to be a small part of the renovation, but all in, we purchased the property for $2.75 million. We are doing a loan to cost. We're spending about $1 million in construction, and the loan amount is going to be around $250,000 for the construction piece. The remainder of it is being raised through equity and debt.
Got about 75%, right? Loan to cost on your purchase plus your repairs, and the other 25% you guys brought via equity and the capital raise. So I think this would be good. We talked about this on the last video at Yara, but the team piece, right? You guys are doing the operations, the construction management, that piece. Sully and Carrick helped with getting the deal from the broker side, and then also the capital raise. So how'd you guys piece that together?
Obviously, Sully has a huge following. She's really good at raising capital, so she was able to bring a lot from her community into the hotel community. But also, it ended up working for our benefit that we had been looking for hotels for a whole year because we had been raising capital for those hotels previously. Yep. And that was also a part of the rush for us, is like we didn't want to lose the investors that had already committed to the previous deal. So we had to move really fast so that they wouldn't put those funds into something else. Together we were able to we raised $1.7 million in equity, and
in like 30 days, right?
It was about 30 days. Yeah, our closing period, the sellers were very intentional. It was a 45-day close, so we had to move really quick, doing our due diligence, raising the capital. We did end up doing a 15-day extension at the end, which we put into our contract so that we could buy ourselves more time, but it was a 2-month close in capital raise since we got under contract to the day we closed.
Made light work out of the 1.7 million. Leverage the team. You don't have to do it all yourself. Find the right people to bring these deals together. That's awesome. Hey, and for you guys that don't know, I have a boutique hotel mastermind. Deanna, as you know, has been a part of it. So we had this deal closed. We got another under contract. We had one just closed not too long ago with Felipe's deal. So this is the group doing deals. So if you guys want to join the mastermind, be a part of the group that's doing deals, get access to people like Josh and Deanna who are doing this awesome stuff, and the other collective experience and expertise in this niche. We'll put the link below so you can check that out. You can get on a call with me. We'd love to have you in if you're ready to make that jump to the commercial side and close some boutique hotels. Let's go check out these rooms now, because that's going to be a big piece of how this hotel comes together. We'll start with here of our manager's unit, or your manager's unit, I guess. And this is going to become 2 units, right? So like you see these 2 doors will be 2 separate units, which used to be 1 big unit. All right, we're here in the big boy unit. So what's the plan in here?
So this used to be the old general manager's unit. It has a full kitchen. It also has this little check-in desk area that they used to use. And the door is right behind you. So what we're gonna do is transform this whole place. This is gonna get enclosed, and now it's only gonna have access from the pool side. With part of the renovation, we're reducing some of the amenities that exist right now. So there's an existing outdoor shower that we're gonna be demoing, but instead of having an outdoor shower and having to trench through the existing concrete and maybe cause more damage, what we ended up doing is we're gonna create a rain room. So this is gonna be the equivalent of a shower, but it's gonna be very experiential. LED lights, very high-end tile all the way to the ceiling, beautiful flooring. This is gonna have trying to hit all your senses, so sound, water, everything, so that this becomes an experience for the pool, but it also is your outdoor shower. So this is gonna be right here, access from the pool, and then this is just gonna be one of our nicer units. It's a very large unit. It has its own fireplace. So this is every room is gonna have a different amenity that guests can choose from. So that way, when they come back, they can choose to have a different amenity as well. Coming this way, this is the existing kitchen of the general manager. We don't need a kitchen this size. So what we're gonna do is, this is gonna become the bathroom for that room. We're gonna enclose it about here, and then this is gonna become a second room. So we're gonna make this giant room into 2 rooms that are gonna be fully private and increase both the value of the property, because we're turning it from a 12-unit hotel into a 13-room, but also increase the revenue.
And this is just one of your value add plans for the different room types. So we'll go check out the others and see how cool those are gonna be, the more Instagram-worthy spaces.
Absolutely.
So we got one of our other room types here, and walk us through what's gonna happen here. I love the big bathrooms, the walkout patios. We got some cool stuff that's really gonna draw people in.
Yeah, so this is a very typical room in the hotel. So as you can see, very large space, Most of the rooms have a small kitchenette area and then a very large room, a very large bathroom. This is partially too where we really want to focus on the wellness and hospitality aspect of it, of really catering to that community so that people feel like they're having a relaxing stay. So changing the floor, adding obviously a lot of character into these rooms. It's a blank slate right now, beautiful tile in the bedrooms. We're gonna have different characters too. We're playing with the design. Not all the rooms are gonna have the same finishes so that people can also choose if they want something more moody, something lighter. They can choose what experience they wanna have. And then on this side, we're gonna take all this out, put a beautiful dry bar with a beautiful counter, mini fridge for alcohol, because the goal again is to keep people at the property. So we know that they're gonna be able to go for dinner out in Palm Springs. That's why a lot of people come here. But then we want them to come back and we want them to make the drinks at an affordable price and good drinks that it's not your typical bar drink at a hotel. Like this is gonna be something that, hey, let's go back to the hotel and hang out at the hotel.
Like the typical demographic is gonna be mostly couples, right? Probably like late 20s and above. That can afford to pay the higher nightly rates for all the amenities and everything that would be here.
Exactly. Yeah, we want, our demographic is like late 20s to like late 30s, probably without kids, people that just want to go out for the weekend, spend their money.
Drive up from LA.
Yeah, bougie people. So beautiful tiles, wall sconces, again, very high-end design. These rooms are awesome because they also get this gigantic outdoor space.
It's huge back here.
Huge. This is also very exciting because we can create different experiences for each room. So we have about 4 or 5 rooms that have these large spaces, and we're also playing with the amenities. We don't want every room to be the same. This room specifically is gonna have a seating area outside, but we're also playing with the idea of an outdoor tub. So this would be a space, again, exactly what you were talking, like what is the Instagram moment that people, especially girls, like they want to lay on a tub? What does their background look like? What is that frame of the photo?
You got your mural wall.
You have your mural, beautiful
sitting
plants.
in your tub, drinking your wine.
Exactly, just like Blake did it.
Yeah.
And also you have the views of the mountains. So you have the private spot right here where you can choose to be out in the public and share the space with the community, or you can come here and enjoy.
Which is really unique because you've got a secluded space, you've got all that where you can mingle, see other people, be around other people, you've got the bar. But if you can't tell, this is like the size of the room itself. I mean, this is a large
huge
back patio with a lot of opportunity to do things. And you talk about the amenities of what brings people in, the experience of, you know, what they perceive they're gonna have when they stay there. It's this, it's all the amenities out there, it's the cool room, like this thing's gonna hit. All right, so we saw the rooms, talked about how you guys funded it and found all that kind of stuff. But one of the biggest pieces always with these boutique hotels is the management plan, the operations. So what's the plan for that for you guys?
So we're doing it, I call it the Blake Dailey way of we're gonna self-manage. So again,
that way.
a lot of it through the Mastermind, I think the biggest value for us has been not just how to acquire them, because the process doesn't stop there. Like that's just the beginning of it. Is now being successful with the hotel goes down to the operations. Again, I think like everything happens for a reason, but everything that happened in the last year with the multiple hotels that we've tried purchasing, every time we really have focused into growing our operations team and like really buttoning up those systems so that we would be ready for the hotel. And even though the hotel would fall through, the systems continue to get better. So we do have a team. We manage around 32 properties right now. The team is ready to go for this hotel. So we are gonna self-manage. We're gonna keep it in-house. We're gonna be hiring 2 general managers who are gonna be here throughout the day. They're gonna play a lot of different roles. We're gonna wear a lot of hats. They're gonna be bartenders. They're gonna do the check-in. They're gonna do a lot of things. It's a small hotel, but again, we're trying to do a lot of amenities and
But I think it'll be manageable because of the size of it, right? You're never gonna have to deal with more than 10 to 13 guests at a time, or guest groups at least, and 2 people can easily handle that. It'll still be, and it provides that filter, which I think is important from you guys having to be the one that talk to guests, which as you grow your company, that's why the foundation of your operations are so important. So you can grow sustainably and not just like get overwhelmed when you add the property, not for too long.
Yeah, no, and I think a big part of it too is understanding your market. When we first got here, our goal the whole time was we're going to self-manage with our virtual team. We're not going to have anyone on site. We don't need them, especially for a 13-room hotel. But getting to know Palm Springs, the market, the demographic, for the room prices that we want to charge, for the quality of service we want to have, the expectation from the guest side is that there is a general manager on site. They want to, even if they don't need help, they want you to know that there is someone catering to them. So that was a change that came from our initial expectations when we first got the hotel to as we've been learning about the process and about Palm Springs specifically. And now we're hiring a person, like you said, they're going to be a huge filter. They're going to be managing all the daily operations, but then we're still going to have our virtual team handling all the communication, especially at night, and making sure that this does feel like a 5-star hotel.
I love it. So you got a good plan to manage it. We've already closed. Things are progressing. So what are the next steps? I know you submitted for the permits, but walk us through the timeline of from purchase to hosting the first guest here.
The goal right now, we closed a week ago. The goal right now is to start construction in 2 weeks. We're already doing some of the stuff on the side that doesn't need to be part of the main permit. So we're fixing the sewer, fixing the roof. Those things we're trying to do as much as possible right now. It is the dead of the summer, so it's really hot right now.
It was 105 yesterday, so that's why we're doing this in the morning.
Yes, right now it's very cool and nice. And contractors want to work at 5 a.m. too. Like they will stop to work at noon. So we got to be very careful with the timeline, with the weather, and try to get as much done before August. Thankfully, most of the renovations are going to be indoors. It's going to be mostly finishes, mostly just bringing the units up to a higher level, but the layouts are actually really nice, so that's not getting touched necessarily. And then the big addition that's going to start in the fall. The goal is to be open in November. That is at least what we keep pushing our contractors, but conservatively, we ran our numbers with our worst case scenario, thinking, what if permits take long? What if something happens with delays in materials, whatever happens?
Find a dead body buried.
Exactly. You never know what's going to happen during the permitting process, and it's a large construction, and we want to be very conservative. For our performance, for our numbers, we are estimating that we open the hotel in January, but our goal is to open in November and give a nice surprise to our investors.
The big moment is buy for 2.75. You're putting $1 million into it. What do you guys expect to earn and get in your occupancy, your ADR, maybe just a gross revenue figure for the watchers here, for the viewers looking to get their first boutique hotel?
So again, I think you know us, and we're extremely conservative in the way that we have ran our numbers. And there's a lot of amenities, but there's also, with that comes a lot of speculation that we don't want to be a part of. We want to know that there is room for it because we've seen it in the market. We hired a hotel consultant that has been crucial, that he's a Palm Springs hotel consultant specifically, has owned and managed multiple hotels here. With his guidance is how we're creating all these amenities, making sure that we're differentiating ourselves from the rest of the market. But funny enough, we did not run any of our numbers when we raised the capital, including any of that revenue, not even alcohol, not even drinks,
Just
not
just
even
the base rates,
just the
with
base
the
rates.
nice design. The
Worst
existing
case
amenities.
scenario, as we are a typical hotel, not even a hotel that can reach the $1,000 per night rates, which we know we can, because that is who we're competing with, is hotels that do rent their rooms for $1,000 or over $1,000 a night. But the way we ran our numbers was not like that, so I can't even give you like the true numbers because we are still figuring those out. Yeah, but the way we ran our numbers was with a 250 ADR, 70% occupancy, which is very conservative. Our friends at Yarp, they've continued to confirm that the way they ran their numbers, which is very similar to ours, has been exceeded in the 1 year that they have been operating.
Yeah, I think they told us that we were cool to say this. I think their ADR was like $289 per night, and their occupancy was a surprising 81%.
81%,
So it's like
yeah.
when you do and you guys have seen that, when you do the good design, have a cool space, attract people in like you're going to here, you can achieve higher than market averages. But using the market averages, the numbers still work great.
Still work great.
Like all upside.
Yeah. If we're happy with just the room rates, if everything went wrong, if for some reason we can't sell alcohol, if for some reason, whatever happens, we can't achieve what we hope to, if we're happy with just the room rates as we have them right now, we're going to be very happy. And again, the goal is to really, this is our first hotel. We take our responsibility with our investors super seriously.
Right.
And this is not just a one and done deal for us. This is the first of many. So we want to
that's what you guys want
surprise
to do,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Is be conservative with your underwriting. Let it be a good surprise rather than a bad surprise, and have that conservative scenario be your baseline, so that with your first hotel, making that jump from residential into the commercial side of short-term rental investing, that you have your downside covered, because there's always going to be stuff that you don't know, right? A new market, new deal, new construction items that you're going through. So just leave yourself some buffer there. But even with that, there's great deals to be had. I mean, this one was out there on the market for other people to see, and still able to capture more value because you got better vision and can do better things. You know, that's what we teach in the Mastermind. How do you find and create a valuable deal? It's not just about finding the deal, it's about creating it with what you can add to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, this deal sat on the market for multiple months, but I think it scared a lot of people because it's not occupied, it has no financial backing, it has no finishes, like it's a blank slate. So it does take someone coming in and having the vision to turn it into something bigger. And it's a very large construction, but thankfully with your guidance and with the Mastermind, we were able to see it and see the vision and know that we were able to take this to the next level.
Well, I'm happy to be a small part of it. You guys definitely earned this one. This is your guys' win, your guys' success. So super pumped for you. And guys, check it out. They are not going to be live for a while, but when they are, we'll put the link to their booking website and all that stuff. We'll have their renderings as part of the video. But yeah, check that out when it comes out. Deanna will be able to answer any questions you have, put them in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.